Hey, what's going on, guys? Jay Will here again at Billionaire Review. Getting ready to give you guys another Marvel Legends review on the Marvel Legends 12-inch Iron Man figure. And man, I gotta say, this is a pretty cool figure. I am super excited to finally be reviewing him. I've been waiting to get more and more of my 12-inch figures out of the packaging. But first, before we get started, guys, go ahead and subscribe for me, so that way you guys can be on the know and in the loop about the videos I got coming out. Hit the notification bell and everything, and I got some raffles, some great deals getting ready to come out, guys. Getting ready to implement my system in a couple of months. And you guys are definitely going to be wanting to be in on that as far as knowing what figures you can possibly win for little to nothing. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and back this guy up a little bit. Let's take a quick look at the packaging, and then we'll take a closer look at the figure. And as a 12-inch figure, we do have this gigantic packaging here with a big window front. I'm trying to get as much as I can of it in the screen here on the camera view. Got the nice window packaging, Marvel Legends right there. Got Iron Man up there in the top corner. Got some artwork of the figure right there. Got, I believe, the same image reflected. No, it's a different one actually. Got the unmasked version right there on that side. Then you got some more artwork of the figure right there on the back. It's got a nice kind of chameleon colored rainbow effect going on throughout the packaging as far as all the artwork goes. No read up or anything like that as far as I can see so far. Yeah, just a big hulking or big giant figure and a very nice size, well, huge size packaging here. So, and you have Marvel embroidered kind of on the top right there. But other than that, not a whole lot going on for the packaging here. And now, let's do some quick comparisons. I'm going to go ahead and cram these guys in here for you guys to see all the glory and magnificence of the Avengers 12-inch lineup. We have the... I want to try to squeeze as many of these guys as I can in here. We have the 12-inch, well, 14-inch scale Hulk right there. We have the 12-inch scaled Thor. We have the 12-inch scaled Captain America here. And we have the 12-inch scaled Wolverine. And I do have a 12-inch scaled thing around here somewhere that I just had in the thumbnail, but I can't see him. What? There he is. Found him. Kind of forgot where I had him for a second, but he's not really officially part of the team, but why not? Just throw him in there. So yeah, but we can take him out just for symmetry's sake. Get a nice size setup right here for the 12-inch scale Avengers. Let's bring Thor out a little bit so we can see him a little bit more. But yeah, not a bad looking set so far. I am very impressed, very pleased. These guys look great together. They scale well together. Wolverine, of course, being on the shorter side. Cap a little bit shorter because he's a regular sized guy. Even though he's not just so much a regular guy, but just regular height. And of course, Tony will be a little bit taller, of course, being the Iron Man armor. Let's go ahead and bring these guys back out. Put Thor over here first. But yeah, man, I definitely do dig the 12-inch scale figures. I was a big fan of the Icons figures and back in the day, even though I've never owned one because I was a kid when they came out and I couldn't just tell my parents, just go grab one. They were all like, well, we'll get one for your birthday maybe, but I never did get one. Anyway, for more size comparison, we have a modular armor Iron Man here. I'll go ahead and throw him in so you guys can see that he truly is a 12-inch figure, just in case you guys thought I was lying. So you have the 6-inch scale figure right there, and we have his 12-inch variant. So nice. And I must say, I'm definitely getting a bit of a Turbo Man kind of feel here. Definitely like a Turbo Man kind of vibe off of this setup. With the gold and red color scheme and everything. But yeah, he definitely looks pretty stellar. One thing I would note is that with him being so narrow in the waist and torso section right there, it does look kind of like not really believable that a guy is in there. Because look at like, you know, Cap's waist right here. Not saying that Tony and Cap have similar body molds, body types, but Cap's waist and the armor being on the outside of Tony's body looks pretty thin right there, pretty narrow, slim waist. So I don't know, maybe it's a skin tight suit, who knows. But yeah, going back into the figure, man, he looks pretty great. Some nice red marbling throughout. He is, I'd say, maybe fairly hollow out throughout the chest right here because of the fact that if you hold light behind him, you can kind of see, like, you know, your hand on the other side or whatnot. So he's kind of a little bit hollowed out in the center there, but not a big deal. As long as he doesn't get brittle and fall apart on me. He does have a little bit of scuffage or scrapage right there on his knee. These figures, mostly my 12-inch figures, are kind of used, been displayed in other people's homes. Not a big deal. Just glad to have them, you know, because these figures are so hard to come by because they discontinued the 12-inch line. So, yeah, as far as accessories go, he does come with 2 repulsor effects right here. Big size boys. He comes with a set of open blasting hands for the repulsors, of course, and he comes with a set of down to business hands. When things get messy, you can, you know, throw his dukes up. And of course, he does come with a Tony Stark head, as pictured on the packaging. So yeah, very nice, very nice. Man, he's just such a big figure. It's kind of hard to get him maintained inside the frame here, but still, yeah, very cool looking figure. I am very satisfied, very pleased to have him. I think I paid maybe about 65 to 70 bucks for him, after market value. So just right off the bat, I would say, guys, if you can, if you're into the 12-inch scale figures, go ahead and pick him up. He is not a bad investment. And as far as brass tacks here, let's get down to it. His head does move up pretty far, so you can get him to a nice flying pose right there. Nice range up. Nice range down. Side to side motion, of course. Good amount of head tilting there. So a lot of posability around the neck to play with. So shoulders move out to the side that far. The shoulder piece is on a hinge part. They can't unplug from his shoulders here, so you can like pop them out right there on both sides. And just remove them all together, but I prefer to keep them in. But they do shift up and down with the shoulder. So like I said, shoulders move out to the side that far. Down about that far, goes all the way around. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that move in about that far. Wrist swivel with up and down motion, goes down that far, goes up about that far, just enough to, you know, get the blast effects, the repulsor effects in there. Has a piece on the back of his hand that flips up and down like that a little bit to give you a little bit more range of motion. He has torso articulation. He has the upper diaphragm joint right here, and a ab crunch that allows him to crunch backwards that far. So you get a good little range backwards. Nice flying pose right there. Crunches forward that far. So yeah, good little range forward. Legs kick up to the sides that far. He's got these big kind of like panel pieces on the sides of his hips right there, on the thighs, whatever. So it kind of keeps him hindered just a little bit. Kicks to the front that far. Like I said, unfortunately, these pieces do get in the way a little bit, but not a big deal. I'm not going to have them in too dynamic of a pose. Kicks backwards about that far. Upper thigh swivel. You can, like I said, rotate these to the sides a little bit to kind of allow for a better kick forward. But just having his legs straight forward like that doesn't get much of a kick forward. But if you rotate that piece right there like that, you can get a bit more of a kick forward. And it kind of wides out because of the way the joint is set up. He has double jointed knees. It bends in that far, so he can pretty much lay his boots on the back of his thigh almost completely. And of course, he has ankle pivot. It's kind of tight on mine, as well as up and down motion. So yeah, got a good range of motion on this guy. He looks pretty awesome. As far as articulation goes, I am impressed with how much articulation they were able to squeeze into the 12-inch figures. Go ahead, pop his head. I'll put Tony on there for a second. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, looks pretty decent actually. The head does look like it's in scale with the body. I thought it was gonna look awkward for a second, but it does kind of look like it would be the head inside of the helmet here. Yeah, so not bad, not bad. But overall, guys, yeah, if you can come across this figure for that price that I mentioned earlier, about 60 bucks or so, 60 to 70 bucks, I say go ahead and get them, add them to your 12-inch collection. Definitely worth the pickup. If I can get them arranged right here. Yeah, like I said, awesome figure. Definitely a nice addition to your 12-inch collection. So get them while they're hot or while they're still available somewhere. And as always, guys, if you like the video, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts. Had to get the big three together just for one shot. Share your thoughts. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way you guys can be in the know and looped in on any possible deals I have coming up for you guys. And the raffle program I'm getting ready to initiate here in a couple of months. There's going to be some cool figures, guys. Definitely going to be some cool things. I have quite a few new figures on the way. Some big boys, definitely high dollar items in the $150 range. And I'm spending it for you guys. I'm spending my hard-earned cash for you guys. So take advantage. Just subscribe. It's not that hard. Just hit the subscribe button, guys. Come on, please, please, please subscribe. Anyway, yeah. Thank you guys for stopping by. Later.